folks, welcome back to the shop. So with tailgating season right around the corner, I thought maybe I'd make some cornhole boards for y'all. Now that's kind of a simple project, but we're going to try to add a little twist to it. I'm going to try to put the old CNC into the mix here, and we'll see if we can come up with something special for these cornhole boards. I'm going to be making these for my nephew, and let's see what we can come up with. Alright, let's get started. Oh, and one more thing. Old Dwayne is hiding somewhere here in the shop. I'm going to let y'all see if you can find him. If you do, leave the location in a comment at the end of the video, or not at the end. You can put a comment in right in the middle if you'd like to. But see if you can locate him. We'll play a little bit of Where's You Know Who, Where's Dwayne in this episode. Let's have a little fun. Okay, so when you're making cornhole boards, the first thing you want to do is go to the local big box store and get yourself the most crooked piece of plywood that you can find. And I think I've accomplished that. Let me show you with this, maybe you can see it. Yeah, that's about right. Go get yourself the crookedest piece of plywood you can find to try and make something good, because you can't find straight lumber in a big box store. Then you're going to want to take those 2x4s and bring them over here to the old miter saw and start cutting them off to length. Now what you're going to start with is, at least the way I start, is with 4 foot lengths on the outside. Some people do this strictly with plywood. I like to use 2x4s. I think it gives it a little more rigidity. Now let's see if the big box store can give me 2 pieces of wood that are really 8 foot long. Let's see what we got. Should be just a touch over when you buy them. Okay, yeah, that looks like it'll be right. Cut number 2. Now the next piece, whoa, easy with the camera, Chief. The next piece goes in the ends, and that should be, well, you need 2 foot total, and you got 3 feet, 3 feet? No. You've got 3 inches on each side for the outside runners. So we'll be doing 2 feet minus 3 feet is 76 feet. I think it's really 21 inches, but you know my math. Alright, so there's the basis, the braces, the bottomuses of your cornhole board. Now the total for the cornhole board height is 4 inches from top to bottom. So we're going to take 3/4 of an inch off of these, about here, because that plywood is 3/4 of an inch. So then what we're going to do is set up the saw and slice off the 3/4 of an inch. we got them sliced to the correct thickness. And here we have the frames for 4 cornhole boards. Alright, so here's a little layout trick for y'all. When you're going to drill through 2 sets of boards, stack them on top of each other, put a clamp on them, make sure they're good and in line, and then lock them down. I see I got a little crown in this one here. Anyway, lock them down, do your layout. Let's see if I can find some tools to work with here. Do your layout. Let's see, I'm going to say probably an inch in from each side. I'm going to use 3-inch drywall screws. I'll put the marks there. Same thing here. We'll go 1 inch from the edge this way. I think you can see. Let me bring in a little closer and make sure that you can see what I am saying. So, clamp your board together, make your marks on the first board. We know that the board thickness is 1.5 inches, so I can put that on there. That gives me the back wall of the cross board. Half of 1.5 inches is 3/4. We'll set the depth here at 3/4. That gives me center, and the whole point of this is so that I don't have to lay out another board. This saves me half of a step. So when I drill through this one straight, it's going to start in the second one and give me my hole location so that I don't have to mark it. And I'll do the same on the other end, and we'll be good to go. I can drill the second set out without having to go through all this marking out and layout stuff. Okay, y'all, next step is to cut your plywood for the top. And I don't know if I've ever shown you guys this doodad before. This is my own homemade track saw. And it is used with a dovetail. And it has a dovetail base mounted to the saw that matches it. Goes in here like so. Once I get it in there, and it slides along that track. Cut side is here. If the side that you're keeping is, of course when it's this big, this is the side I would be keeping. I add 1/8 of an inch to compensate for the thickness of the blade in my mark. Cut it off, clamp it on, cut it off, good and straight. And a lot of people have different ways of cutting sheet goods. They put it on styrofoam so the styrofoam blows all over. All I do is take a couple of sacrificial 2x4s and use them over and over again until they're Swiss cheese, and then I get new sacrificial 2x4s. I'll just cut right across, and because they're on the same plane, it can't pinch, can't bind. So let me get this set up and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay folks, so I got a little bit ahead of myself. I got so excited, I forgot that one of the tricks I want to employ with this is pocket hole joinery. I'm going to put pocket holes in the edge here, make sure you can see again, in here all the way along to hold the top on. So basically what I'm doing is measured from the outside to outside, just for easy math, then went 6 inches in all the way across, divided it every 6 inches. Then I'm going to use my pocket hole jig as close as I can get into the corner with the inside hole and put the pocket there. I've already gone ahead and done this bottom across here. Let me show you. As you can see, there's pocket holes in there and the ones on the far side. What I'm good doing with the blocks is I can't get my clamp to clamp the device in place. This is backwards, but I can't get my clamp underneath here while this is resting on the bench. So we'll spin this around, spread these out a little bit so they're not in my way so much. And I'll do one of these holes for you. I'm lining up that hole right here with that mark that I've already gone ahead and made, clamping this down from the other side. Like a dot. Drill the hole like a disc. That's just going to make a cleaner finish on the top so I don't have to fill all the holes for the screw. We'll run a pocket hole into there, it'll pull in the top, and we'll be good to go. And we'll continue from here.